Witcher of Rivia.
Sire, I am honored.
As I'm sure you surmised, I have not summoned you here out of whim. A serious matter weighs upon us. A curse binds my daughter. I want you to remove it. I have gathered all who might offer aid. DeWitt has been the princess's adjutant for the past half-year. Velerad has known Ada since her childhood. And Triss Merigold is here for her extensive knowledge of magic and female intuition. Consult them and think upon this matter. We shall speak about it again soon.
As you wish, Your Highness.
In the meantime, equally urgent issues demand our attention.
I wonder if you can have a PhD in female intuition.
Imagine returning home from an excursion against a monster, a Kikimor for
Will be
instance,
interesting.
only to discover your home a whorehouse.
Your Highness.
I'm not finished. Those you left in charge failed you. A traitor threatens to oust you from the home of your ancestors. Wouldn't you be angered? Would you not elect to shed more blood?
Forgive me, sire, but we Witchers don't meddle in politics.
Yes, the famed neutrality. Alas, that is a luxury I cannot afford. Both sides chose my city as a battleground. Both will be duly punished.
I understand, sire, but how can I help?
You could start by being more enthusiastic about aiding a king. You could offer to slay whomever I choose.
Forgive me, sire, but...
Silence, Witcher, before you say too much. Rulers don't enjoy being refused more than once.
I'm certain you're right, sire.
I must attend to some urgent matters. Speak with these excellent minds. Gain their insight. And don't forget my daughter, Witcher. I'm counting on you.
I won't forget.
My servant will summon you when I have more time.
Alright,
No, better not.
I'd love to know what the hell he was thinking about there. Regardless. So there's Valrad, Triss, and the Count. Triss, she also didn't react positively to me, so let's find out what she says now. Actually, making that one choice, Geralt has actually said a lot of different things here. Characters have acted as if almost I'd been neutral the entire time. Well, actually, if I had been neutral the entire time. Though, keep in mind I haven't actually played a full neutral game. But certainly they aren't referencing past actions beyond my most recent past action, if you get me. Triss, get back here.
Geralt, I was worried about you.
I worried too. I'm proud of you. Heard how you fought for Alvin. Horrible things are happening in Vizima.
True, but the king has placed me under his, protection. Tell me, where's Alvin?
Alvin vanished into thin air one day, despite the amulet I gave him.
Vanished? That's awful. He might be anywhere in time and space. I'd hoped the amulet would block those abilities.
I hope he'll be all right. Triss, I've been thinking about us.
Oh, Geralt.
I love you. I want to be with you no matter what. Love is the sole thing of beauty in these rotten times.
Geralt.
I could change, take fewer risks. We'd find Alvin, live together. I'd build a house.
A house? Nice dream. You could breed horses and sheep. I'd tend the garden, cook meals. We'd sell what we grew to buy copper pots, iron rakes. We'd age with dignity. Evenings you'd play bagpipes of your own making as a remedy for my gloom. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to... Geralt, say something.
I can't lose you.
I'm here. These are trying times. We just need to survive. We can dream again when the madness passes.
Triss,
I love you too, Geralt. To the end of time.
To be honest, I'm not sure what our thing about him raising horses and sheep and the basically fan dream she was talking about there. I'm not sure was she being entirely sarcastic there or whatever way I read it. If you get me, she almost sounded honest, but keep in mind I can barely hear it. Well, not honest. I doubt she would really want that, considering her life's her current lifestyle and all that. It just made some people go. At least I found they sound so sarcastic they end up sounding sincere. Maybe that's just the case here. Maybe she wasn't being sarcastic at all. I have a hard time reading that situation. Like I said, if it's very low for me, the volume, I'm going to actually hire it up slightly. I'm still using that Windows keyboard and all that, so yeah. Okay, let's talk to her.
Geralt.
What do you think about the situation with Ada when Game of Salamander draws near? I needed a skilled armor to remake it. Someone with great knowledge of metals. What do you think happened to Alvin? The middle 2 and 3 are new. That's interesting.
What do you think about the situation with Ada?
She's a Striga, Geralt.
That's a
We
bit,
both know that curses don't cast themselves.
that's a fair bit louder, though I fear that you can hear it now.
Any theories?
Years ago, when you first removed the curse, you ordered the princess to wear a necklace with an inclusion. Juniper, broom, and hazel branches were to be burned in her chambers.
Don't tell me. Someone replaced the necklace and added crap to the fire.
Yes, someone close to her who knew the secret. Velarad might know something.
So you think I should aid the king?
Definitely. In a sense, I'm a political prisoner. I could teleport away, but that would be highly inappropriate, and I still have a few matters to settle here.
Namely?
I can't tell you. For the time being, my position is tenuous. If you help Foltest with the Striga, maybe you could vouch for me. I could resolve a few things and go free. How about it?
If that's what you want, Triss.
Thank you, Geralt.
My endgame with Salamandra draws near.
I know. I'd like to help you.
How?
Have you heard of gnomic armor?
I'd need a skilled armorer to remake it. Someone with great knowledge of metals.
Kalkstein. He's an old Vizima. He's certainly not short on knowledge and would help you.
Well, they all certainly seem to lead into each other. It's kind of nice that way, because it makes the conversation seem more fluid and natural, rather than, you know, like say you go finish one conversation and it's like, I want to ask you something else. And, you know, it ends up seeming, you know, more weird. It seems kind of more fluid and proper.
What do you think
Which is
happened
nice.
to Alvin?
Frankly, I never guessed he'd bypass the Dimeridium. That would be a feat for many sorcerers. Clearly, he has enough power to teleport himself anywhere, perhaps even through time.
I like the artwork back here. It's very nice. That's nice too. Though honestly, it kind of makes me think of, you know, the Kingdom Hearts 4s, you know, at the start of the games. Well, at least the first game. I know it is released in Kingdom Hearts 2. Those are the only Kingdom Hearts games I've played. But I think the Kingdom Hearts 2 thing is a little in, regardless. It's been ages since I played it. Or was it actually even in Kingdom Hearts 2? I swear it was, but it's been years. I know Kingdom Hearts 1 better. Yeah, basically reminds me of that. It's, you know, stained glass kind of thing. I'll probably record those games at some stage on my channel, but not right yet. I don't have the proper equipment.
Witcher?
Count.
No titles, please. Let us bury past misunderstandings in the name of a greater cause.
So be it.
Interesting. Though, technically, isn't Witcher a title of some sort? Or was, again, it's job name. It's not title. Like, you know, Count. Yeah, I suppose he's right. Never mind me.
The king wants me to lift the curse that holds Ada.
Not surprising. You succeeded once, though it nearly cost you your life. The Striga's appearance possibly spells the end for Foltest. Many say he offended the gods. Remember how she first became a Striga?
Remind me.
As a youth, Foltest had quite an appetite. So much so that he ploughed his own sister. Their child died at birth, but then continued to grow in its coffin, only coming out to feed. Then you arrived, and broke the spell, though apparently not completely. The Striga's reappearance proves the royal dynasty is cursed. The people are sensitive to such signs. No wonder Foltest wants you to kill the Striga.
I thought I was supposed to lift the curse.
You are to keep the Striga from becoming an eyesore.
The chance of removing the curse is minimal.
I've heard a rumor of an additional reward for killing the Striga.
I'm not interested in rumors.
You should be. It's your choice, Witcher, but give it some thought.
Farewell.
If you actually chose to side with the Order of Flaming Rose, he will actually... Grohl will actually inquire about the rumor. He'll actually press further, and will be told that it's actually 5,000 coins. Foreigns, or whatever the currency is. 5,000 of them. It's not half bad.
So, greetings, Geralt.
Greetings.
Very concerned. That sword's kind of going right through his wrist.
Speaking with the king, I gather it was unpleasant.
Oh, I forgot to use the other conversation option.
Geralt.
And with the other guy.
The king told me about Ada.
Dreadful, you warned us it might return. Can you break the spell a second time?
We'll see. You seem to remember last time well.
Certainly. You stayed from dusk till dawn in the old manor house where the Striga had her sarcophagus. Kept half the city awake with the noise you made. We went to the manor at dawn and saw the two of you lying on the floor by the sarcophagus in a pool of blood. You were barely breathing, but the princess was cured. With the traitor Ostrid dead, the king was overjoyed.
If I ask how many victims this time round, I can't actually ask who Ostrid is. We don't, and I'll be honest, in the other, what I have already played, we don't actually see very much. We don't actually learn much about Ostrid. We only get, you know, an idea of, at least, you know, some things about him, but that's it. Also, remember the cutscene in the very first episode? Like, there's a FMV kind of thing. Well, FMV is the wrong word, but, you know, cutscene kind of thing. That's, you know, must be, you know, Ada and all that. You know, him curing her, and, you know, the guy that Ada killed was Ostrid and all that. So, it's kind of nice that, you know, that actually ties into the game. Rather than just, you know, being just like, here's something cool looking. Not sure of many games that just, here's something cool looking, but, you know, wouldn't be surprised if some did.
Who was Ostrid?
He cast the curse out of jealousy. He loved the king's sister.
Many victims this time round?
I don't know. These days, the corpses lie thicker than flies on a pile of manure.
Know where the Striga sleeps in daytime?
No, but she's been seen in old Vizima. She may hunt there.
Removing the princess's curse will be risky.
True, but the king has ways of encouraging you to do it.
We'll see.
Do what you will, but remember, Foltest loves his daughter very much.
I know.
Geralt.
Remember what I was going to say there.
Aren't you a bit afraid, Velerad? The king looked irate.
At me?
I'd watch what I say if I were you.
I've served Temeria all my life. If they condemn me, I'll hold my head high as I walk to the gallows.
Farewell.
If he actually indeed does that, well on him. Just shoved him out of the way.
Our merciful master will see you now, sir. Go upstairs to his chambers.
He actually winks.
Immediately.
In my previous,
King won't be pleased.
in the footage I recorded previously, he just stares very happily at you. It's really unnerving.
Geralt,
Don't you fear the king's anger, DeWitt?
wherever did you get that idea, Witcher?
Foltest looked pretty pissed. He said something about bloodshed.
Obviously, he spoke of the blood of traitors and non-humans. He might finally dispose of that failure Velerad.
Farewell.
The Count wants us to get rid of Ada. I've suspicions about him. I think he's still loyal to Nilfgaard.
Yes?
Belrad is truly loyal to the kingdom, or at least is more loyal to the kingdom than the Count. Also, that must not be comfortable.
Better not.
Like, seriously. That's one strong fucking chair.
Witcher,
Your Highness.
no need for titles.
Very well.
Speak freely. You've had time to think. What's the prognosis on removing the curse from my daughter?
It's possible.
Could the curse have returned by itself?
Unlikely. Someone must have cast it again.
Should you succeed, would Ada's mind be that of a child?
I don't believe so. She'd likely recall all that occurred before her transformation.
You don't believe so. You're not making this any easier, Geralt. Do what you can to remove the curse. Failing that, you may slay her without fear of retribution from me. When I last gave you my trust, you did not disappoint me.
Thank you, sire.
Don't thank me yet. Should you learn who cast the curse, tell me and only me. If you succeed, I'll grant your every wish, within reason, of course. If you must slay her, do it quickly, cleanly. If you fail, and my daughter suffers, those dear to you will suffer too.
I understand, sire.
Good.
Sire, another disease consumes your kingdom.
What would that be, Witcher?
I have been investigating an organization known as Salamandra.
My daughter dealt with them, stupid girl. I regret I ever departed. To your credit, Velerad said you thinned their ranks considerably. I trust you shall finish the matter.
Exactly my aim.
One last matter, Witcher. Forgive me, but I had you followed. I received a report about your personal life.
Your Highness?
You must know that I hardly did this out of lewd curiosity. My spies report that you are romancing Marigold. I need to know if there is anything more to it.
In in the other recording, I keep like since I made certain choices there, I want to see alternate ones that that I'm still happy with, because I don't want to re-record this again. Like Christ, I'm gonna go with the second one. I went with the first one there, and he considered a little rude, but didn't he act as negatively as you think he would have? Then again, he kind of needs Geralt to save his daughter. Geralt's really the only one he can turn to. Otherwise, he would have to go find another Witcher. And he doesn't know that. Geralt is the only Witcher he actually has any degree of contact with. And, like he said, when he gave Geralt his trust before, he didn't fail him. So, like, he earned, he trusts Geralt. He doesn't trust anyone else.
We're lovers. Nothing more, nothing less.
Ha! I knew it from the start. My spies have much to learn.
Oh.
I suspected it was only if you desire to go.
So I shall.
That was a mistake. Fuck. I'll be back in a second, folks.